नमस्कार। मेरा नाम है नवनाथ नवनाथ देवकर, संस्थापक फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशनल्स। मेरे दोस्तों, सेशन को चालू करने से पहले एक चीज कहना चाहता हूं। आज यहाँ पे सारे उद्यमीज हैं, बिजनेसमैन हैं। बिजनेस वही करते हैं जो खुद पर भरोसा करते हैं दोस्तों, और ये भरोसा रखने के लिए चिरंतर मोटिवेशन हमारे पास होना जरूरी है, और ये सेल्फ मोटिवेशन होना जरूरी है। जब तक हम लोग मोटिवेटेड हैं, तब तक ही हम लोग कुछ चीजों के लिए आगे बढ़ाने के लिए प्रोत्साहित रहते हैं। इसी कोट के साथ आज का हमारा सेशन हम लोग यही चालू करेंगे। आज का सेशन है MSME स्कीम्स फॉर द एंटरप्रेन्योर्स। और ये सेशन चालू करने से पहले मैं FIIP के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत जानकारी आप सब लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगा। गिव मी 1 second. फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशनल्स एक नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है और नॉन गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है। ये अक्टूबर 2020 में इसका इनकॉर्पोरेशन किया है कि बिजनेस ओनर की डेवलपमेंट्स एंड पूरे देश में जो बिजनेस की मूवमेंट्स हो रही है, वो मूवमेंट्स के ऊपर काम करने के लिए FIIP का हम लोगों ने इनकॉर्पोरेशन किया है। इनडायरेक्टली दिस इज द वॉइस ऑफ द बिजनेस एंड इंडस्ट्री। इंडिया के जितने भी बिजनेसेस हैं एंड इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, उसका वॉइस FIIP है। ये इंडियन प्राइवेट एंड पब्लिक कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर के लिए काम करता है, और इसका ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है, ये प्लेटफॉर्म बिजनेस नेटवर्किंग एंड कोलैबोरेशंस का प्लेटफॉर्म प्रोवाइड करता है। दोस्तों, FIIP का जो DNA है वो है सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ, एम्पावरमेंट एंड क्रिएशंस, शाश्वत विकास, सशक्तिकरण एंड सृजन। इसके साथ जो पर्पस है, वो पर्पस के बारे में अगर बात करेंगे तो टू इंश्योर कंटिन्यूअस वैल्यू क्रिएशन फॉर ऑल आवर कोलैबोरेटर्स, हमारे जो भी सहयोगी है उनके लिए निरंतर मूल्य का सृजन सुनिश्चित करना, ये FIIP का पर्पस है। विजन के बारे में अगर बात करेंगे तो FIIP का जो विजन है, इट्स टू ग्रो एज ए इकोनॉमिकल डेवलपमेंट लीडर of nation through absolute entrepreneurships empowering activities। पूर्ण उद्यमता सशक्तिकरण गतिविधियों के माध्यम से राष्ट्र के विकास के नेता के रूप में विकसित होना, यही FIIP का विजन है। और ये विजन के साथ FIIP का मिशन भी है, क्रिएटिंग अ वर्ल्ड क्लास बॉडी ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंशियल एंड पावरफुल इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, बिजनेसमैन, प्रोफेशनल्स टू प्रोवाइड अ प्लेटफॉर्म टू 5 लाख SMEs फॉर द इकोनॉमिक एम्पावरमेंट। आर्थिक सशक्तिकरण के लिए प्रभावशाली और शक्तिशाली उद्योगपतियों को, उद्यमियों को, व्यापारियों को और पेशेवरों का विश्व स्तरीय व्यासपीठ बनाना, और ये व्यासपीठ बनाने के 5 लाख SMEs को एक मंच प्रदान करना, ये FIIP का मिशन है। जब हम लोग धंधा करते हैं, बिजनेस करते हैं, उस टाइम पे बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस आते हैं, और ये चैलेंजेस को सॉर्ट आउट करने के लिए एक समुदाय बनाना है। बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए एक सपोर्टिंग सिस्टम बनाना, यही एक मिशन है FIIP का। और ये मिशन के साथ कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव्स भी है। इनिशिएटिव फॉर द ट्रेनिंग एंड लर्निंग फॉर द मेंटरिंग, इंस्पायरिंग टू प्रमोट एंड कोलैबोरेशन, पार्टनर्स एंड इन्वेस्टर्स, इंटरेक्टिव एंड ग्रुप मीटिंग्स, initiative for the webinars, seminars, workshop, conference, exhibitions and road shows, ये एक ऑब्जेक्टिव है। इसके साथ में प्रोवाइड अ प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर द नेटवर्किंग, रिलेशनशिप बिल्डिंग अक्रॉस द सिटीज एंड कंट्रीज, टू डेवलप मैकेनिज्म फॉर द रेफरल, कनेक्शंस एंड लीड जनरेशंस, to take initiativeness for the business conclaves with other chamber of commerce, industrial associations and professional associations, to focus to reach industry and professional groups, to promote digital marketing with the social media, to promote health, social and environmental activities, और उसके साथ में to create platform for the buyers and sellers. ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर आगे जाके बायर्स एंड सेलर्स का मीट भी होगा, जहां से बिजनेस का रेवेन्यू जनरेट होगा. एंड इसके साथ में टू क्रिएट मल्टीपल इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर्स फॉर द बिजनेस एंड प्रोफेशनल पीपल्स. सेक्टर वाइज बिजनेसेस के अलग अलग चैलेंजेस होते हैं, और वो चैलेंजेस को रिमूव करने के लिए सेक्टर वाइज बिजनेस सेक्टर यहाँ पे बनेंगे. और इसके साथ में टू सपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री फॉर द पॉलिसी चेंज and policy recommendation along with the government. इंडस्ट्री में जो भी चेंजेस होते हैं, गवर्नमेंट का डिसीजन काफी मैटर करता है इंडस्ट्री के ग्रोथ के लिए. और ये गवर्नमेंट के जो डिसीजंस है, वो डिसीजंस में इंडस्ट्री का कंट्रीब्यूशन करने के लिए फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशनल से प्लेटफॉर्म काम करेगा. सो इसका जो बेसिक थॉट प्रोसेस है, हेल्प योरसेल्फ बाय हेल्पिंग अदर्स. अगर आपको खुद का हेल्प करना है तो लोगों की हेल्प करना जरूरी है. दिस इज द बेसिक पिलर ऑफ द FIIP. मैं तो यहां पे कहूंगा कि बिजनेस इज ऑल अबाउट सॉल्विंग द पीपल्स प्रॉब्लम. अगर लोगों के प्रॉब्लम्स हम लोग सॉर्ट आउट करने के लिए हेल्प करेंगे तो उसका भी बिजनेस बढ़ेगा और आपको भी बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलेगी. सो हेल्पिंग पीपल्स एज अ बिजनेस स्ट्रैटेजी, यही FIIP का एक बिजनेस स्ट्रैटेजी बनेगा. अलग अलग तरीके के चैलेंजेस होते हैं, जैसे कि सेल्स है, मार्केटिंग है, टेक्नोलॉजी है, टीम बिल्डिंग है, रिक्रूटमेंट्स है. इस तरह के अलग अलग टाइप के हेल्प्स हम लोग लोगों को करते हैं. जैसे कि इंडस्ट्री का डेवलपमेंट हो जाएगा, ये सारी चीजें क्यों करना है, तो इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट है. खुद का बिजनेस डेवलप करो, इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट होगा. इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट होगा तो इंडिया का इकोनॉमी डेवलप होगा. इंडिया का जो जीडीपी है वो जीडीपी का ग्रोथ होगा. अभी भारत का जीडीपी बढ़ रहा है, उसमें हम लोग किस तरह से कंट्रीब्यूशन दे सकते हैं. तो इंडिया का इकोनॉमिकल डेवलपमेंट ऑटोमेटिक होगा अगर हम उसके ऊपर काम करते हैं. तो यस, द रियल इकोनॉमी इंडस्ट्री आउटलुक के बारे में अगर हम लोग बात करेंगे तो बिजनेस एंड प्रोफेशनल सर्विसेज सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है कोई भी बिजनेस में. और ये सारी चीजें अच्छी तरह से करने के लिए, नेक्स्ट लेवल पे लेके जाने के लिए यहाँ पे अलग अलग क्लस्टर्स एंड सेक्टर्स हम लोग बना रहे हैं. जैसे कि ऑल इंडिया जीएसटी प्रैक्टिशनर्स का 40,000 से ज्यादा समूह FIIP के साथ डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म की ओर से जुड़ा हुआ है. और इसके साथ में आईटी प्रोफेशनल्स पीपल्स, ऑलमोस्ट 1500 से ज्यादा आईटी प्रोफेशनल्स पीपल्स इस प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर जुड़े हैं. मैं आगे जाऊंगा कि यहाँ पे बिजनेस के सिवा पर्सनल एंड प्रोफेशनल्स के बारे जो स्किल्स है उसके ऊपर भी बातें होती है, उसका भी डेवलपमेंट्स होता है. जैसे कि सेल्फ अवेयरनेस है, सेल्फ नॉलेज है, आइडेंटिटी है, खुद का नॉलेज है, खुद का पोटेंशियल बढ़ाना है, ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट है, क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ है. इस तरह के बहुत सारा एरिया हमारे पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट में काम में आता है और उसका इंप्रूवमेंट डेली बेसिस पे करना चाहिए. अगर हम लोगों को कुछ बनना है, बन के दिखाना है, तो वह सबसे पहले खुद को डेवलप करो और उसके साथ में प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट भी जरूरत है. और प्रोफेशनल डेवलपमेंट में यहाँ पे एक्सपर्ट मेंटर्स हैं, काउंसलेशन होता है, प्रैक्टिस होती है अलग अलग तरह के. यहाँ पे लर्निंग के लिए प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, उसके लिए स्टडी मटेरियल है. स्टडी मटेरियल के साथ मेंटरिंग के साथ बैठ के उसका इंप्रूवमेंट हुआ है नहीं हुआ है उसके ऊपर बातें की जाती है. ग्रुप डिस्कशन होता है, ग्रुप डिस्कशन से बिजनेस में जो चैलेंजेस आते हैं वो सारे चैलेंजेस के ऊपर हम लोग बात करते हैं. इसके साथ में इंटरपर्सनल रिलेशनशिप ही सारी जगह पे काम करता है. मैं तो वो बात करूंगा कि इट्स ऑल अबाउट द रिलेशनशिप. जो भी आपके जिंदगी में बन रहा है सारा रिलेशनशिप के ऊपर ही बन रहा है. और ये रिलेशनशिप बनाने के लिए, बढ़ाने के लिए, नेक्स्ट लेवल पे जाने के लिए भी एक्टिविटीज ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर होती है. जैसे कि रिलेशनशिप विद सेल्फ एंड अदर्स, कंफ्लिक्ट मैनेजमेंट, पॉजिटिव वाइब्रेशन, सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, कोलैबोरेशंस, फंड्स एक्टिविटीज. आउटडोर एक्टिविटीज, इंडोर एक्टिविटीज, ये सारी एक्टिविटीज ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर होती है। और उसके साथ में इंडस्ट्रियल चैलेंजेस के ऊपर भी हम लोग काम करते हैं। यहाँ पे अगर मेजरली हम लोग देखेंगे तो बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी है, मार्केटिंग है, रिक्रूटमेंट है, मैनेजमेंट, सेल्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी है। ये 6 टाइप के जो चैलेंजेस है, ये मेजर चैलेंजेस है इंडस्ट्री में, कि जहां से अगर हम लोग बाहर निकलेंगे तो ग्रोथ हमारा इंतजार कर रहा है। तो ये चैलेंज के ऊपर हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। तो उसके साथ में हम लोग इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस के ऊपर भी काम कर रहे हैं, कि बहुत बार ऐसी चीजें होती है कि हम लोग बिजनेस करते समय कि बहुत सारी चीजें हम लोगों को पता ही नहीं होती है, और जो चीजें पता नहीं होने की वजह से हम लोग हमारे बिजनेस में इंप्लीमेंट नहीं करते, और उसकी वजह से बहुत सारे लॉसेस भी हम लोगों को बिजनेस में हो जाती है। तो ये की पॉइंट सामने देख के 1 अप्रैल 2021 को इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया, और अभी तक 29 लाइव एक्सपर्ट्स वेबिनार इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम में हम लोगों ने किए हैं। और ये सारे के सारे वेबिनार्स FIIP कनेक्ट या FIIP कनेक्ट्स यूट्यूब और फेसबुक को आपको रिकॉर्डेड फॉर्म में मिल जाएंगे। और सारे के सारे जो वेबिनार्स है, इट्स द रिलेटेड टू द योर बिजनेस। यस, मैं बात करूंगा कि ये सारे वेबिनार जो है वो डायरेक्टली आपके बिजनेस के रिलेटेड है। तो आज जितने भी मेंबर्स ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर हैं, मैं सब मेंबर्स को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है, ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे जाइए, FIIP कनेक्ट पे जाइए, और ये सारे वीडियो एक बार गो थ्रू कीजिए। ये वीडियो से डेफिनेटली आपके बिजनेस में आपको कोई ना कोई हेल्प जरूर होगा, इसका तो मैं एश्योरेंस ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर आज के डेट में दे ही सकता हूं। तो चलिए आगे हम लोग बढ़ते हैं। तो इसके साथ में ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर वीकली बिजनेस मीटिंग्स भी होता है। जो वीकली बिजनेस मीटिंग्स है, यहाँ पे अलग अलग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स आते हैं। वीकली बेसिस पे 40 पीपल से ज्यादा पीपल से प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर मिलते हैं, और एक दूसरे को बिजनेस देने की कोशिश करते हैं, एक दूसरे को रेफर करते हैं, रिकमेंड करते हैं, एक दूसरे का बिजनेस समझ के लेते हैं, उसके बिजनेस में क्या प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है और उसके लिए क्या सॉल्यूशंस हम लोग दे सकते हैं, इसके ऊपर हम लोग बातें करते हैं। ये मीटिंग में कुछ एजुकेशनल स्लॉट्स होते हैं, कुछ चीजें सीखने को मिलती है। इसके अलावा यहाँ पे रिलेशनशिप बढ़ाने के लिए, दोस्ती बढ़ाने के लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म काम करता है। दिस इज द प्योरली बिजनेस मीटिंग्स, और ये बिजनेस मीटिंग में आने के बाद बिजनेस के ऊपर ही हम लोग बातें करते हैं। आज जितने भी उद्यमीज हैं, सब उद्यमीज को मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि ये स्क्रीन का आप स्क्रीनशॉट लीजिए। यहाँ पे लिंक दिया हुआ है रजिस्ट्रेशन का, https://fiip.in/u/wm। wm का मीनिंग है वीकली मीटिंग्स। तो ये हर हफ्ते बुधवार को सुबह 7 बजे से 10 बजे तक ये मीटिंग होता है। 7 बजे से 8 बजे तक ओपन नेटवर्किंग होता है। लोग एक दूसरे के साथ अपना थॉट प्रोसेस शेयर करते हैं, अपने बिजनेस के बारे में बात करते हैं, और 8 बजे से 10 बजे तक स्ट्रक्चर एजेंडा में ये मीटिंग होता है। मैं सारे उद्यमी को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि ये मीटिंग में आप पार्टिसिपेट करो। डेफिनेटली आपको आपके बिजनेस में नेक्स्ट लेवल पे बिजनेस लेके जाने के लिए हेल्प हो जाएगा। जैसे कि शिवनेरी चैप्टर है, जो फर्स्ट चैप्टर पुणे में इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ है 24 मेंबर्स के साथ में, 208 रेफरल से प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर एक्सचेंज हुआ है, 31 लाख से ज्यादा बिजनेस एक्सचेंज हुआ है फॉर द रेफरिंग बिजनेस, और आगे जाके 7 मोर चैप्टर्स प्लानिंग में है। दोस्तों, हम लोग आगे बढ़ने से पहले मैं बात करूंगा कि नेक्स्ट सैटरडे क्या प्रोग्राम है। नेक्स्ट सैटरडे का जो इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम रहेगा, ये अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम में क्या टॉपिक रहने वाला है। तो नेक्स्ट सैटरडे यही प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर शाम को 5 बजे मार्केट एक्सेस एंड कैपिटल फॉर द बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट, एक सबसे बड़ा टॉपिक है जो बिजनेस में काफी ज्यादा इंप्रूवमेंट करने के लिए हेल्प करता है। और ये टॉपिक लेके आ रहे हैं मिस्टर अक्षय सरोदे, जो फाउंडर है एंटरप्रेन्योर्स पार्लियामेंट्स के। ये टॉपिक के लिए आप इमीडिएटली रजिस्ट्रेशन कीजिए FIIP.in/u/IAP। हम लोग आज जैसे ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर जुड़े हैं, वैसे ही नेक्स्ट सैटरडे मार्केट एक्सेस एंड कैपिटल फॉर द बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट, ये टॉपिक के ऊपर डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं, उसके बारे में समझ के लेने वाले हैं, कुछ बातें सीखने वाले हैं। तो चलिए आज के सेशन को हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे। तो आज का सेशन है एमएसएमई स्कीम्स फॉर द एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, और ये सेशन लेने के लिए हम लोगों ने आज फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशंस के प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर इनवाइट किया है आर गोपीनाथ राव। ये डेप्यूटी डायरेक्टर है एमएसएमई डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट बैंगलोर में, जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का इंस्टीट्यूट है। सो गोपीनाथ जी नमस्कार, मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूं ये प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर।
सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार सर। और सभी उद्यमी को मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि गोपीनाथ सर का स्वागत करने के लिए चैट बॉक्स में आप वेलकम लिख के सर का स्वागत कीजिए। सभी उद्यमी को मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि सर का वेलकम करना है, चैट बॉक्स में वेलकम लिख के सर का स्वागत कीजिए। सभी उद्यमी को मैं गोपीनाथ सर के बारे में थोड़ी सी इंफॉर्मेशन देना चाहूंगा। सर के बारे में थोड़ा सा सेशन को आगे बढ़ने से पहले कुछ बातें करना चाहूंगा। आर गोपीनाथ जी राव ये एक आईडीएस है, जो डेप्यूटी डायरेक्टर है एमएसएमई डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, जो बैंगलोर में है। सर का क्वालिफिकेशन है बीटेक टेक्सटाइल में, सर ने बीटेक किया है। सर का प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन में 10 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, और गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट में जो डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट में सर जो काम कर रहे हैं वहां पे 22 इयर्स का एक्सपीरियंस है। अगर सर के बात करेंगे तो गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट में जो एमएसएमई डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट में सर काम कर रहे हैं, तो सर ने अलग अलग लोकेशन पे काम किया है, जैसे कि हरियाणा, पंजाब, इन द नॉर्थ इंडिया, और शिलोंग में भी सर ने काम किया है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया, मेघालय में 3 इयर्स का सर्विस सर ने किया है। और ये सारा एक्सपीरियंस सर का है एमएसएमई डेवलपमेंट इंस्टीट्यूट में। जो एमएसएमईज है उनका डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए सर का काफी ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस है, और लोग सर का पैशन भी है कि मैं लोगों के लिए कैसे हेल्प करूं। सर के बारे में सर का जो स्किल्स है, जो ट्रेनिंग सर ने लिया है अलग अलग तरीके से, उसके बारे में अगर बताएंगे तो सर ने ISO 9000 ट्रेनिंग में उनका कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया है, ZED स्कीम्स में कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया है, एक्सपोर्ट मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर सर ने काम किया है। इसके साथ में क्लस्टर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम फॉर द एमएसएमई यूनिट, जो स्फूर्ति का स्कीम आज चल रहा है एमएसएमई में, यहाँ पे क्लस्टर डेवलपमेंट का काफी बड़ा काम चल रहा है। तो यहाँ पे भी सर का काफी बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है, जिसके ऊपर ट्रेनिंग का काम सर करते हैं। एडवांस पैकेजिंग प्रोग्राम सर ने लिया है, प्रोजेक्ट रिपोर्ट प्रिपरेशन एंड अप्राइजल के ऊपर सर ने काम किया है, प्रोसीजर फॉर द सेटिंग अप ऑफ माइक्रो एंड स्मॉल स्केल यूनिट्स, मार्केटिंग मैनेजमेंट एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर द एमएसएमई सेक्टर्स, क्वालिटी मैनेजमेंट, सीनियर लेवल ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम एंड डिजिटल मार्केटिंग फॉर द एसएमईज। तो ये सारे स्कोप पे सर ने पिछले 22 साल से स्ट्रांगली काम किया है और लोगों को सर हेल्प कर रहा है। इसके साथ में सर ने बहुत सारे ट्रेनिंग्स ऑर्गेनाइज किए अलग अलग टॉपिक्स के ऊपर। मैं बहुत सारे सर के प्रोग्राम्स अटेंड करते रहता हूं, सर का लाइव वेबिनार्स भी बहुत सारे होते हैं। इसके साथ में सर ने एक नेशनल लेवल एंड स्टेट लेवल डेवलपमेंट का प्रोग्राम भी एमएसएमई के लिए एक्सक्लूसिवली ऑर्गेनाइज किया था, अंडर द मार्केटिंग सपोर्ट। जो बिजनेस ओनर को मार्केटिंग सपोर्ट लगता है, वो मार्केटिंग सपोर्ट के लिए भी सर ने प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज किया था। इसके साथ में 250 एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को अलग अलग स्कीम्स देने के लिए असिस्ट भी किया है। Undergone the 14 days training in the Indian Enterprise Development Services under the IAS Grader System। जो IAS Grader System जो है, वो IAS Grader System में सर ने 14 दिन का एंटरप्राइज डेवलपमेंट सर्विसेज के अंदर ट्रेनिंग भी लिया है। आज के डेट में सर हेड पोर्टल all SMEs with the bank, state government, industrial associations, NGO, टेस्टिंग लैबोरेटरीज एंड सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स में काम कर रहे हैं। तो ये सारी चीजें गोपीनाथ सर के बारे में मैं यहाँ पे बता रहा हूं, और मैं अभी रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा गोपीनाथ सर को कि आप ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ जाइए और आपका आगे का सेशन मैं आपके पास हैंड ओवर कर रहा हूं सर। ओवर टू
Thank
गोपीनाथ।
you. Thank you, sir, for your in giving a nice the profile of me, and welcome to participants. I think the FIIP, Federation of Indian Industries and Professionals, is doing a wonderful job, because the way in which you gave the information about what you are doing supporting the industries, MSMEs, in all the area of operations. It gives a really a sounding support for MSMEs. Of course, in the present situation, it needs a lot of support either from the association or from the government departments. So it is a need of the hour, because now the economy is slowly bouncing back to normal, and it needs the mental support, a moral support is required for all these industries. And slowly the economy is coming back, and government is also giving a lot of moral support through various schemes and financial supports, which they were announced recently during the COVID situation through COVID package 1, package 2, like that. A lot of 3, 4 packages they were announced. So with this, now we want to know something about the MSMEs. MSME, the micro, small, and medium enterprises, which is a most important sector in Indian economy, and it is contributing a lot to the development of the country, nearly to 30% of the GDP, and giving wide range of opportunities in the employment sectors after agriculture. So, looking at its importance, this sector uh, needs a constant support. So either it is a marketing support or technology upgradation or skill upgradations or financial support or new areas of operations, because of this the digitalization. Nowadays, all the digitalization process, the digital world. So everything is now going to be a digital world. So how MSME can stand such a development, how to face the challenges, and what is the investment is required in that cases, how it can be connected with each other. Okay, today we are sitting in one corner of the country and you are sitting in another corner of the country, and we are now connected to the digital world. So this is a situation where now we are facing. And here the importance is how MSMEs are very much innovative and cooperative and collaborative, very, very, very important, because the more you innovative in the sector, in your field, the more progress you will make in the industries, in the line. That is most important. And the new developments are keep on taking place every time, and new things are coming in. So that is it. I mean, recently, just I was watching yesterday, one uh, new innovation has been done. Normally, we know in Indian traditions time, that is iron box. We use the normally all the micro level shops. They use the iron box for ironing the cloth. And one girl in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, she has started one mobile iron box van. I mean, a small rickshaw where she's sitting and driving, and through solar panel, it is getting heated instead of charcoal using they're using the charcoal. I mean, the solar panel for heating the iron box. This is the new innovation. This type of mind frame. Sometimes Steve, how it got developed. Somebody asked them. She said while going to the school, she saw one of the shop where this small fellow, he was just putting the charcoal in the iron box and then heating it, and the shawl could not smell it because of the pollution. And she thought, why can't we do something for this type of entrepreneurs? Why we can provide something? Since she thought thinking, and they make use of this solar panel on the small auto rickshaw type, and they made a change in the sector. So this way of innovative products or this way of innovations is required in the MSME sectors. Then gone are the days when you are stick to the only particular one technology or the old age old missionaries. No, it's no more useful. So you need to create with the new technology, new missionaries. At the same time, you have to see the development in the areas of your operations. That is most important, because most of the marketing support which everybody is expecting, and it's through links one. Nowadays, it's a digital mode, means it's the referrals. Through referrals, it's going on. So a lot of one referrals will pass on to now the group of industries, now group of entrepreneurs, they're coming together. One group and pass on to another referrals, another group. So like that, the system is going on. So now the transmission of data is very fast, and they are using these opportunities. So looking at this, and today MSMEs are playing a major role. And let me talk about something on MSME from our scheme, on our ministry, what the schemes are helping the industries. Coming to the, shall I share my PPT, sir?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Can you see, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you see now?
Can you put the presentation mode?
No, 1 minute. It's okay.
Please click on the presentation mode, sir.
New share.
Still, your PPT is not in the
Hey,
presentation mode.
share a screen, no? Is it there now?
Yes, आपका स्लाइड दिख रहा है, लेकिन प्रेजेंटेशन मोड में डाल दीजिए ना सर. हाँ, yes, there is.
No, it's okay.
Yes, right now, it's okay.
Yeah, coming to the point now. See, now the recent the definition, micro and small enterprises, which is the most important sector. Now that after the COVID, from July 2020 onwards, the government made a little, changes in the definition of MSME. So MSME earlier, it was only focusing on manufacturing side in the service sectors. Now, with the manufacturing and service, now they included the turnover component, which is very important, because they now even the limit on the plant and machineries and the turnover components including. Now the definition has also been changed. So if you take the micro level industry, where the investment on plant and machinery up to 1 crore, and where your turnover process up to 5 crore, it can be classified as a micro enterprises. And for the small scale industry, up to 10 crores investment on plant and machinery, and 50 crores where is the turnover component. And for medium scale industry, up to 20 crores, up to 20 crores on plant and machineries, and 250 crores on the turnover component. So now, with this, now the earlier the manufacturing and the service were there. Now the turnover component, when they included, the more, and the investment on plant and machinery from 1 crore, 10 crores, and 50 crores, that is, sorry, it should be 50 crores. So where it is being 3 components included, the turnover now is calculated based on the only domestic turnovers, not an export, excluding the export turnovers. So only the domestic turnovers have been included. So now coming to the what are the schemes which we are now trying to give to the industrial side as well as for the prospective entrepreneurs. So we have we do a lot of training programs, just like other institutes or other state government schemes are also operating. So entrepreneurship scheme development program, management skill development programs, and every prospective entrepreneurs, they need some kind of training and awareness on various projects and awareness on various projects available and appreciations, and where he can enter into an entrepreneurs. So which are the product which is suitable for his future. So how he can start the industry, what are the steps are involved, which are the department he has to approach, what are the documents is required for registration, everything will be dealt during the training program, especially on the entrepreneurship development programs and management skill development programs. And now next comes to the registration process, the Udyam registration. Recently, we have, earlier it was Udyog with the other memorandum, where before that we had EM Part 1, EM Part 2, like that. So EM Part 1, earlier it was like 2 years registration program, valid for 2 years. And after the EM Part 2, it was made compulsory with the EM Part 2. There is EM Part 1 and EM Part 2. Now, after that it came Udyog Aadhar memorandum. Later, now at present, it is Udyog Aadhar, Udyam registration certification. It is a one page. It is a one, without any document, you can register. You need Aadhar card and the PAN card. So now this Udyam registration is a basic thing where you have to register in the portal. That is udyamregistration.gov.in. It is our MSME portal where you can register your unit, and it's a free of cost. And you need to have this Aadhar card and the PAN card, and GST. That's also one of the important, because this Udyam registration, once you register, it is connected to the income tax database. So whatever you are registering for that particular financial year, it will be updated once you file income tax in your database. So based on the income tax, your unit will be clearly mentioned whether it is you are micro or small or medium scale industry for that particular calendar year, that financial year, it will indicate. So if you are a micro enterprises based on the income tax database, then it will show as you are a micro for this current financial. You don't know when you may become this responsible industry next year. Once you file income tax, then your turnover increases. You may go for a predation where your investment of patent machineries may increase from 1 crore to even within 10 crores. Like that, it may increase also. So it is also a possibility. So any business, any manufacturing sectors, you will not be in the same position year to year. So it will go either in a upgradation or sometimes it will downgrade depending upon the turnover on the business. So like that, this also provision has been given where your income tax is related, since it is related to income tax filing, your position, your micro or a small scale industry will be reflected in next financial year once you upload upload in the portal. That means you have to update every year. That means once you file your income tax, it is completely says whether you are in micro or a small scale industries. So you have to be updated. So because this is again links to the MSME data. So whatever and moreover things, this certificate will have a QR code. It can access easily. So whatever, where is it located, what you are doing, everything will be completely accessible. So this QR code plays a very important role. And moreover, another scheme which we are operating is the cluster development, as my colleague also mentioned. The cluster development is the most important scheme in MSMEs, which will help the many MSMEs to come together under the common issues. For example, whether there be a logistic issue, whether there be common marketing issues, or purchasing of the common raw materials, or common storage machines, R&D, testing laboratories, skill development programs. So a lot of common issues can be addressed through this cluster development programs. So for setting up of this common facilities center, that is CFC, the scheme will provide around 20 crores as the grant, so which can be used by this group of industries, the micro and the small enterprises. And coming to the CLCs, the Credit Linked Capital Subsidy Scheme, which is another scheme which will help the industries, MSMEs, for getting the subsidies on the investment on on investment on advanced technology machineries. For example, if your investment of 1 crore, you will get a 15%. subsidy. But at present, this scheme is on hold because they knew the definition we have started from July 2020 onwards. There are a lot of new, since the definition on plant and machineries has also been increased from 1 crore to 10 crores and then 50 crores. Now, accordingly, the schemes also is in the process of revised. It is under process. Now it is on hold. So I think by next year's the new schemes with the modifications, everything maybe CLCSS cases will be released, because the government is also asked various association to give advance informations or some supporting missionaries which they want to include in the scheme. So it is under process. It is under process now. I think next year you may get this scheme. And also digital MSME. Digital MSME, very important. Because MSME is very important. Now it cannot work like in isolated manner. So it should work in a group. It should make use of the digital process. For example, the software, updated software, server, and hardware. So, and developing the website, and then digital. It should be, your identity should be digital mode. So you will have more exposures in the market levels. So that is the way where you are going to support the industries through digital. Lean manufacturing is another scheme, which is nothing but if the small and micro enterprises are coming together, maximum 10 units, and if they want to upgrade their technological piece, then by hiring the consultants. So this lean manufacturing scheme plays a very important, where the government is going to give 80% of the subsidy grant of the total to 36 lakhs per clusters. So remaining 20% will be have to be borne by the SPV members. That is those who are in group. That is, they say about 10 units they come forward. Here the lean manufacturing means, most of the MSMEs, they incur a lot of wastes. Lots of wastes have happened with processing or manufacturing. So to reduce the waste and also improve the productivity and the quality of the product, it is necessary to adopt a maximum advanced technology or manufacturing techniques. So in a lean manufacturing, the consultant will have like a 5 years just in time, Kanban. So various manufacturing techniques are there. Those techniques will be used, like through the help of the consultant, and the unit can improve their productivity and they can reduce the waste. So this is the main area where manufacturing has to become properly managed, and it will be highly professional way. So that way, the government is trying to put MSMEs under that right. So this lead scheme will definitely help the MSMEs. And IPR, intellectual property scheme, it is also one of the most important scheme where the innovative ideas, the patent, that is innovative, when they find out something new ideas, it has to be protected. So it is to be protected means you are the real owners, you are the boss. So you are the owner of that ideas. So somebody should not copy it and then make you the product and release in the market as a owner. So that should be prevented. This misuse should be prevented. So that's why we are encouraging the MSMEs to adopt IPR's scheme, that is a patent and geographical registration, in the investigation registrations and the trademark registration. So here also government is trying to, provide some kind of assistance for availing this under the benefit scheme. So we have another Z scheme, which is zero defect, zero effect certifications, and this also scheme under revised guidelines. I think from next month 15th onwards, we are going to release this particular scheme, Z scheme, new scheme. This already scheme was there, but little modification has been done, and now we are, I think by November 15th, Honorable Minister is going to announce this scheme. The already preparation is going on because yesterday we got a message from DC MSME. And moreover, the design screening also very important. Any design, it is any product which is being in the market, and when you want to improve the marketing's accessibility for the MSMEs, the design portion is an important. So in order to implement this, so we have a tie-up with the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, where this design screening is being implemented. So for the MSMEs who want to avail this particular scheme, they can have registered online the ASC, and we provide benefits up to 15 lakhs to 40 lakhs. That is the financial support. and the support for entrepreneurs and management in the development of MSMEs through incubations. Most of technical institutions in across India, they have in project report preparation at the end of the final years. And also, in order to increase that technical institutions, they improve their infrastructure facilities for helping the incubatees, those who want to have a new ideas, and for them now to improve their incubation infrastructure facilities. The government is now, MSME is give a infrastructure fund up to 1 crore for developing their infrastructure inside the campus, where they can help the new incubators who are having new ideas. They can develop nurture their ideas through that incubation centers. So that is the one where we are trying to help. And also marketing assistance, the PMS, that is procurement and management scheme, and where most of the across India we have a lot of trade fairs are happening, and international level also there are a lot of trade fairs are happening. So in order to encourage MSMEs to participate in these trade fairs, which will increase their marketing accessibility, and to also know the new products which are existing in the market, and also to identify the new buyers, and also to showcase his strength. So the participation of MSMEs in such trade fairs becomes very important. So at the same time, the cost also becomes very important. So in order to motivate them through this PMS scheme, we are providing the stalls rent free, and that is logistic, that journey time, that is traveling expenses will going to be reimbursed. So this is a particular scheme which will help the cross India. Anywhere in India, if you participate in the trade fair, the MSMEs will get this benefit. And another one is the PPP, the public procurement policy. Public procurement policy is it started in 2012, and it made compulsory mandatory from 2015 onwards. So that means all of central government departments and ministries, autonomous bodies, and other departments which is under control of the central government are required to procure minimum 25% from the micro and small enterprises. That means it's a compulsory. Minimum 25% means right now I have around 26 to 30, 28% procurement from almost all PSUs. They have crossed the limit. That means last year, when in 2021, the procurement of the government was around 1,50,000 crores. Out of that, 40,000 crores were only from MSMEs. So that means nearly 30% of nearly 28 30% are procured from the MSME. That means you can see the data where itself shows the government is trying to help the MSMEs. Today, now this current 21-22 to almost 60,000 crores have been procured from April to till now. Around 15,000 crores already been procured from the MSMEs. So like that, every year that this is around 20-30%, 25-30% procured from the MSMEs. That means there is a constant market support for MSMEs in this policy. And apart from that, we are also organizing vendor development programs. Vendor development program is the one key area where the MSMEs and PSUs, they come together on a common platform and exchange their views and their marketing details and the product details. That means the MSME has got an option to showcase their product and they know their capability, and also to know what kind of product the PSUs they require, what is the quality they require, what is the quantity they require, and how MSME can tackle these major issues. For example, they have got a capacity to execute the orders or not, whether they got a complete technology with them once they see the product, the PSUs. Because a lot of PSUs, for example, ISRO, the space related department, they need a very precious component and very specific component. In such cases, the units are need to get more technology, advanced machineries, testing facilities, all are required. So in that, these MSMEs have to incur a lot of expenditure on technology basis. Example, last 2 days back, I was in one of the unit visit in our electronic city, where that unit is supplying to ISRO and also defense unit. That means they are manufacturing the product which has to withstand minus 140 degree in space. That means that kind of capacity, and also inside the satellite, the product has to be a worker. It has to work under that condition, and also it has to work when it comes to when 23 degrees centigrade. So 23 degrees centigrade has to be maintained within the satellite, and outside is around minus 142. Such a huge difference. So the material has to be tested. So who is going to test? Where is the testing facilities? In such cases, our cluster development, which we have started in electronic clusters, it is giving a support for that kind of industries. So they are testing in our CFC facilities, and they are supplying to the ISRO. So like that, this technological advanced implementation for the MSMEs are very essential, and also to know the capability of the MSMEs also required in the case of development of your PSUs. And another credit link credit guarantee scheme, which credit guarantee scheme means, see, every MSME is always they need financial support. See, any industry which runs on his own financial source, it may have some difficulties. So, in order to have the new generations or first generations, they may not have the much financial support. In such cases, our scheme, the credit guarantees fund trust scheme, which is the loan given to the entrepreneurs, or it's both for existing as well as for the young and prospective entrepreneurs, up to 2 crores from the nationalized bank under the schemes. So only thing is the project should be viable and economically is good. So that should be the main criteria. And we also have a special tool rooms across India, and also the testing facilities in electrical component testing facilities like LED bulb, switches, and then cables. All testing facilities also required, because this testing facilities works as a common facilities for MSMEs. So a lot of things are happening, and these are the basic ongoing schemes with our MSMEs. And in detail, if you want to tell the schemes like entrepreneurship development programs, it is 2 days, 2 weeks training programs, that is entrepreneurs awareness programs, 6 weeks training programs like entrepreneurs awareness skill development programs, and 1 day international industrial motivation campaigns. So the all basic thing is to generate more and more entrepreneurs. So during the training programs, we are going to give important on the project availabilities, identification of projects, and how to make a project reports, what is the importance of project reports, and what are the key points you have to note in the project reports, and how to make the marketing more attractive, and which are the channels, how you are going to sell your product, and what are the channels you are going to adopt to sell your products. So these all some kind of intensive training programs will be given by our institute through various skill development programs. And just like the entrepreneurs awareness program, it is a 2 weeks program which will give the total the leadership quality for an entrepreneurs, and the financial statement, how to do marketing survey, because market survey is very important to set up an industry. The before you have to do some marketing survey. So which product is very important? Who is the target customers for your product, and what is their the quality, and what the quality they want, what is the cost of this product. So you have to go micro level study of the market survey. So this will give a clear picture what the product he can going to manufacture, so where he is going to start. So all these points will be discussed during the training programs. Apart from that, we also has told you about the skill development program, which is a part of that. Apart from entrepreneurs awareness program and the skill development, both are clubbed under this entrepreneur skill development programs. So like the practical exposures, the processing industries, the bakery products, essential, or chemical related programs, or mechanical related programs like programming for CNC, CNC machineries. All these things will be taught during the training programs. So the next comes to the what I mentioned about the online Udyam registrations. Udyam registration, it is a recently been introduced by our ministry, and to promote ease of doing business. That is the main idea of the government. So in order to reduce the more and more documentation process, so it becomes very important. As you enter in the portal, it is very easy. Once you have to register with your Aadhaar card, and then Aadhaar card and the PAN card be important. And once you register, you will get a OTP from your registered mobile number, and you can register your unit. After that, portal. So earlier the complex process of filing EM Part 2 or EM Part 3, they're all been now removed. So it is a single Udyam registration online for the entrepreneurs. From anywhere in India, you can, whenever you want to start industry, you can log in and do the benefits. And what are the benefits? See, when you once you register, what are the benefits? So one is you will get an online this one without any self-fee, and then ease of transfer in the transaction of to the enterprises. After registration, you get one Udyam registration number, which is very unique, and then this number, once you received, it can be used by the needs to avail other benefit services like any government, central or state. You've got a lot of schemes. So to get the schemes, this Udyam registration certificate becomes very important. Now, another thing which I wanted to mention here, even this is going to link with the GST portal. So GST portal, IT portal, and other schemes which is going to be availed by the unit, they also be reflected in the jumping portal. I mean, our jumping portal, which is also linked with the registrations. So like that, now all the systems are now, it is going to become integrated. So you will have a complete information in one step, one solution. So all solutions will be under one roof. That means you can get everything under one roof. So that way the government is now trying to implement it. And there is no fee for this registration. I have seen many of the cases where the government, I mean, entrepreneurs are paying the money and then losing. Then they'll say, "Sir, I have paid the money. Where is the receipt? Where is the certificate? If you are not received." So please see that all our private portals, sometimes they are charging, and that's it, not going. But in Government of India, in our MSME portal, which is a free of cost, you can register online. No document is required, for the registration of the certificate. So as I mentioned about the cluster, which is also very important scheme, which is where we are going to fund up to grant to 20 crores for setting of common facility centers. So it is nothing but a group of industries or enterprises. At present, now India, across India, we have 100 clusters. 100 clusters are already been set up, and CFC is working very fine. And still we are now getting a lot of proposals from various sources to develop the cluster development. I mean, cluster of industries. So only thing is you have to approach your nearest DI and send the proposal. And of course, this will be implemented through state government only. So state government, for example, in Karnataka, we have Karnataka Council for Technological Upgradations, KCTU. So where it is being implemented through state government. In Maharashtra also, there is a state government body which is being approved by the Department of Industries and Commerce. So through that, it will be implemented. So the only advantage of cluster is you can reduce the cost and you can share the information maximum, and common facility centers you can use it in a maximum, and then your business sustainability will be more. So, an objective of this particular cluster development program, there to support the sustainability and growth of MSMEs by addressing the common issues such as the improvement of technology, skills and quality, market access, and access to the capitals. So, if there is a common issues on these areas, you can address it easily. And to build the capacity of the MSMEs on common supportive actions. So, here the core manufacturing or a service which MSMEs are doing, apart from that, out of that, the common issues can be addressed. So that is why this cluster development plays an important role. So, and also to set up a common facility centers like a testing, training center, raw material depot, or a freight treatment, or production access, anything. So these particular schemes will play a major role. See, what are the common characteristics of a cluster? Similarity or complementarity in the method of production, quality control, testing, energy consumption, pollution controls, similar level of technologies and marketing strategies. So any clusters which is want to avail the benefits under the scheme, they should have some kind of the documentations and the registration process as per the norms, and they should be registered in our portal. So MSME certificate, they should have MSME with a valid certificate. These schemes can be availed. So channels for communication among the members of the clusters. Of course, this group of industries will meet every once in the quarters and discuss their issues and developments. Today we have seen one building clusters in Bangalore. So where we are seeing the once in a month, once in a quarter, they meet each other and then have a arranged meeting and they discuss the issues. Today, I mean, now recently they purchased two important machineries in printing sectors, which is very common machineries, which is requires for almost all printers, printing presses. So like that, the is cluster itself, the members itself took a maximum interest and then they started implementing a new era in their areas. So now they are seeing a lot of development and the profit is also increasing from the earlier level to this present level. So common challenges and opportunities. The process of the cluster development, what we are trying to do is one is the group of industries, they come together, they have to make a detailed project report and submit. The project report is the expenditure incurred by the SPV members, the special purpose vehicle, where minimum 20 industries, minimum MSMEs are come together, that is SPV, and it should be registered under the Section 8 company. So once it becomes a Section 8 company, it becomes easy to recognize. That means it is a legal entity is there. So here, the Section 8 company is nothing but when you open a company, so whatever the revenue generated should be put back to the only the company. So you cannot have loan. That means, yes, some of people they say, sir, what is the profit? When I put my money, I don't get anything. That is the things they will think. But it is not like that. It is a common facilities. What is a common share, common problems which you are going to get benefit? Your common problem get benefited. So you are going to solve your problems. So like a training, if you want to training, means training will be done. Training centers will be open. It is common for all of them. Though you cannot incur expenditure for setting up of your own training centers where the common facility CFC will provide that solution. That means you are getting to get the benefit of that. So like that, you have to think MSMEs always have to think in a broader way so that the benefits can be reached to maximum level. And the of course certain changes have been done in the common facilities which it is a creation of all assets. For example, testing facilities, maybe design centers, production centers, effluent treatment plant or training center, whichever we have mentioned here, is all a creation of assets. It is assets are going to be created. That means if that assets will be in the name of the government of India control way, it is being the government of India control. And see, total here, 70% of the cost of the project will be given by the MSME, I mean, by the DCMSME or ministry. That means our 120 crores, you will get a directly 14 crores as the grant. Remaining portions like 15% or 50% from the state government and remaining 10% from the SPV member contributions. So here the financial portion will be limited. For example, if it is more than 51% of the micro industries are then the group of industries, then the contribution will be 90%. That means almost 18 crores you are going to get grant. So like that, this clusters plays very important and cost effective. So you can use the maximum benefit by availing this benefit, the scheme. And of course, we have other benefits like subsidies under cluster, which I mentioned of the credit linked capital subsidy scheme. It is under the revision now. I think by new guidelines, we are going to get it. Once it is being announced, we can improve it. And digital MSME is another, as I mentioned, that's development of portal, software, apps. Nowadays, every way you can see the new apps are being developed and software purchases are the servers, anything you want to. This is basically to empower the MSME digitally because they have to improve their digital mode of operations. So, and digital literacy and the e-marketing, for example, you can develop your own marketing cell or through e-marketing cell. That is assisting to IT related items to various departments, state governments. We are also trying to help through this digital mode and implementing agency through MS Media or technology centers. And lean manufacturing, as I mentioned, there is a mini clusters. The earlier cluster development, which I mentioned, is 20 units, where you need 20 and above. Now this lean manufacturing requires 10 units. So maximum ideally is 10, within 10. So it's again same principle, same special purpose vehicle has to be formed, and where a lean manufacturing intervention level is required. So here the provision has been made to support the industry, financial support, assistance up to 35, 36 lakhs. And implementation of the scheme, period will be 18 months till the completion. That means 80% will be Government of India side and 20% from the MSME contributions. And here 18 months means here what was the state when it entered into the scheme, and after exiting. Now that is the growth, the entry and then final. So here we have to study what is the improvement that units has gained from availing this particular scheme by the help of the lean manufacturing consultant. That is main important. So here, the time to time, the report will be prepared, and the growth and the support what the consultant has given, and what is the benefit that the MSME has taken place. All these things will be recorded. So it within the 18 months, you have to see the growth. So implementing as usual through MSMEDI, technology centers, and respective UN associations or a state government department also can recommend the approach the for availing the scheme. IPR is the most important scheme. So the awareness of MSMEs about intellectual property rights, and three areas. One is the domestic patent, international patent, GI registration, and trademark. See, any new thing, new ideas which is being implemented or it has to be protected, this IPR becomes very important. So here, in when the company gets patented, either in domestic level, you can give, they will get a 1 lakh rupees support, and internationally, if they get registration, then you get a 5 lakh rupees support. And GI registration, the geographical indication, through associations or registered departments, they will get 2 lakh rupees as the assistance. Trademark up to 10,000 rupees. So every marketing, every MSMEs, they need a marketing support. They use the various kind of logos and trademarks and the various kind of to market their products. So you might have seen in the mall and everything, there are a lot of products, similar products. They have a product with different names, single product with different names, but on the different manufacturers. So how do you identify? With only the logo or something kind of the trademarks. So that only the customer is able to remember their logos. So when you say the car means, immediately the mind will come to the Maruti car. So like that, the brand has created. So that logo comes to your mind. So that's why the most of the customers, they see the brand creations, the logo. That's why here a trademark to enhance, to help the MSMEs to acquire these trademarks. The government of India going to provide around 10,000 rupees as a reimbursement scheme. Once they acquire, take this trademark, they have to submit all the relevant documents for the claiming the reimbursement. So another implementing agency, again MSMEDI, we are going to implement, and it has to be processed and be forwarded to our headquarters through online, and it will be credited to, once it is finalized, automatically the funds will be released to individual units, so directly to the bank. And Z is also, recently I told you that it is also around 80% reimbursement, 60% for small scale industry, 80% for micro industries, and 50% for medium scale industry. Z is nothing but zero defect, zero effect. So whatever the product MSMEs are manufacturing and releasing in the market, it should be defect free, and it should also not affect the environment. That is the most important. So now this scheme is also under revision, and new guidelines are implemented. As I mentioned, November 15, I think the minister is going to release announce this new scheme. So I think there's some changes will be there, and once it is done, we can update it. Design scheming, as I mentioned, the objective of the scheme is to enhance the industrial understanding and application of design to promote design as well as a value addition activity. See, anything we do in the market, ultimately it reaches to the customers. consumers. So, or whichever you sell. So here the design plays a value additions. Today you see a lot of products are in the market with the different colors, different designs. So earlier in 70s to now in 2020, around 50 years, we can see the lot of changes, lot of new products are in the market, and flooded with lot of products. So after the 1991, again the economy is open, the global market again, the Indian market is dumped with a lot of products. So new diseases are there. So again, in order to keep the MSMEs competitiveness, to increase the competitiveness, so this particular scheme will help the MSMEs to develop new designs and take with the help of design consultants. And so this design intervention is required through contingency and various methods. So here we have taken the assistance from the Indian Institute of Science, where this scheme is implemented through the particular schemes, and we are going to fund up to 75% for the micro industries and 60% for MSMEs who are going to use this particular design clinic for the development of their products. So the financial assistance from 15 lakhs to up to 40 lakhs. So where IASC right now around 100 projects have been cleared, because I am also one of the member in this panel. We have seen a lot of new development, new ideas are being developed. So really it's wonderful to see such new developments. Only thing is practical commercialization is required. So we are also trying to make a common project report which will help these entrepreneurs. They can choose the particular new developments, new technology, and then start their manufacturing process. So this design we are now trying to link even in our portal. Of course, student design projects, students also, undergraduate students, postgraduate students, they are from the recognized institutions, they are also eligible for using this under project report, project done, up to 70%, up to maximum 2 lakhs they can get the for the design thing under the final students also eligible for the schemes. Of course, from the MSME, it's implementing agency, and another one is the supporting the MSMEs through incubations, like 15 lakh rupees will be given per idea. Suppose in any engineering colleges where we are going to set up the incubation center, where we are going to fund up to 1 crore for purchasing the plant and machineries to strengthen their R&D capabilities. So here the infrastructure asset is being created by providing the funding support up to 1 crore. And the students can use that incubation to develop the new ideas. So new ideas for generation and for the expenditure, 15 lakh rupees per idea will be funded. So like that, various technical institutions across India, they have availed these benefits. And even after host institutions or business incubations may be given financial assistance up to 1 crore as a seed capital support for supporting the deserving ideas. Suppose up to the rate of 20 lakhs per startup. Here the startup fund we are going to give up to 20 lakh rupees. Suppose if it is worth and deserving that project, it can be converted into commercializing as a startup. We are going to fund up to 20 lakhs rupees. So like that, again, MSME is implementing agency. So like that, every scheme being implemented in order to support the MSMEs. So marketing support, we have the public procurement policy, as I mentioned, in 2012 it was started and made compulsory from 2015 onwards. So the government is purchasing a lot of, annually they have procured a lot of items in all the ministries, maybe Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of MSME, any ministry, all ministries. So they are procuring crores of worth of items. In that case, this particular scheme, public procurement policy, will help the entrepreneurs to become a vendors for these PSUs, these ministries. For example, PSU, public sector units. So for example, railways, if you are supplying the some components or some items to the PSUs, you have to become the vendor for them. Because again, to become a vendor, your capability also very important. Your infrastructure facilities, your technology in the industries, your machineries capacity, what are the machineries you have, what is the product you are manufacturing, whether it is related to the PSUs which they are requiring. So all these things are calculated. So all things have to be known before you become a vendor. So that means every PSUs have got the vendor registrations. So they have got separate set of parameters to select you as a vendor. So you have to qualify for that. That means to qualify for that one, you have to analyze yourself. You have to understand, know yourself, or in what way you are capable, how you can become the vendor for them. Whether it is technology, machinery, everything is there, you can become for them. Whether it is quality specification, what they would ask, that you are going to supply it out. So here, the public procurement policy definitely will give a wide range of opportunities for MSCs to become a vendors. From the past 3-4 years data which I have seen, the procurement by the government, you can see that 30 to 20 or nearly 25-30% of the MSMEs procurement, almost 35 to 40,000 crores have been procured every year. I have seen. That means the MSMEs are really using these benefits. This is a huge market and it's a continuous process. And of course, another 25% now, it is out of the 25% again, the 3% is exclusively from women entrepreneurs. So out of total procurement, what they make, the 3% has to be procured only from women entrepreneurs units, and 4% from SC/ST units. So again, subdivided under the 25%. So this is the opportunity where MSME can use this. Another one is the how you can become the vendors. This is also another challenges. For example, when you participate in the national and international trade fair, which I mentioned, this is another part of supporting the MSMEs under marketing schemes, where we are going to reimburse the stall rent or logistic expenses which the entrepreneurs have incurred. It is all reimbursed based mode. That means they have to incur first and then claim by submitting the bills. And also to encourage the MSMEs to go for packaging. See, packaging plays very important. It is nothing but a silent salesman. So in order to encourage the MSMEs, we support the MSMEs to go for latest adoption of latest machineries or technologies in packaging areas. That means packaging consultants are required. So packaging institutions help us also required. Examine instead of packaging, they do a lot of courses. A lot of opportunities are made in packaging industries. So in that, where government of India, MSMEs, we are going to fund up to 50,000 rupees for providing such a consulting service for the MSMEs. Apart from that, the GEM portal, governmentally recently announced the government e-market, that is GEM portal. All purchases, all procurement of goods and services are to be made through GEM portal only. That is the more compulsory. So it is also one of the area where MSME, that is micro and small enterprises, can register, have to register in the GEM portal. And once as a seller. And here is also opportunity where you can procure, all ministries compulsory procure GEM portal, you have become the sellers. That means again, the registration becomes very important, and what product you are manufacturing, in which category you are falling, whether you have made a catalog in your home, you are a original equipment manufacturers, or you are a merchandisers or something. Lot of things, categories are there in GEM portal, and you have to get registered there. So this is another way government is supporting. And another one is the delayed payment act. To address the delayed payment act, the lot of the buyers, when they purchase, when they procure goods and services from the micro and small enterprises, there is a delay in the payment. When there is a delay in the payment for the MSCs, micro and small enterprises, their function, their working capital becomes problems. They cannot run the business without the proper working capital. So in such cases, a trade platforms have been created. That is trade receivable e-discounting system, where the sellers or the micro and small enterprises, the buyers or the PSUs, all the department, more where the turnover is more than 500 crores. Apart from that, there's one more part is financiers. So these three form in the platform. So there is three: invoicesmart.com, mxl.com, and another one is invoice trade.com. There is three portals there, our trade portals, where you can register in any of the portals. So that the trade portal will act as a platform where your goods and service, once approved by the, accepted by the buyer, so immediately the invoice gets automatically priced and you are discounting. You have got an option. Micro and small enterprises have got an option to select the minimum rate of interest. I mean, the financiers when start bidding, you got a MSMEs to can select the minimum rate of interest, whichever is suits for him. He can select, and immediately within 48 hours, the fund will be transferred to the MSC's accountants. So that means you may not have to worry about the buyer payment. So automatically he can start his functioning on his work. So this will avoid is unnecessary wasting of time to follow up with the buyers. So this platform is to be promoted, and request all your members and FIIPCONNECT to make that all the MSCs are to register in the this portal, trends portal, because wherever we go, we stress this point. They have to register in the trend because it will save a lot of time. Otherwise, what happens? You follow with the buyers, they will delay like anything. That is one. Second one is, even if you go to MSME Facilitation Council, that is also one of the form, where a physical form where the government is trying to implement through state government, where you have to file a case in the Samadhan portal. So that is also one of the way. There also you will get a struck. You are going to there are a lot of cases in Karnataka itself. I have seen yesterday, just 2 days, because instead data from the state government, there are 3,600 cases are pending. I mean, in every state, maybe less or more, I don't know. But if the cases are more, it will take your time more. That means your delivery of the time will be more. So where you are going to stand? You cannot wait for that, because your function, your production will be affected. You are spending a lot of time in industries. So in order to avoid all these problems, you have to get registered in trades portal. So it will cut down all your time, and it will help your productions. You can save a lot of time, and you can get the money immediately. So that way you can think it that way. Because these are the areas where now government is trying to help the SMEs. And they are, I mean, most of the people now, they have started and already using these benefits. Okay. So another marketing ability, participation in the trade fair. Sometimes our ministry will directly participate in many of the industrial international trade fairs, and where they will take the entire the platform, entire area under the MSME ministry or MSME platform like that, where they will give the stalls to all entrepreneurs as subsidized rate. So, and also apart from that, we also organizing mental development program to facilitate the marketing linkages. So that is also international level workshops, seminars being organized, and credit. Another financial part which I wanted to mention here is the credit guarantee schemes, which is the loan will be given to both for existing as well as for the prospective entrepreneurs up to 2 crores by the nationalized banks through SIDBI, and which is the implementing agency. So this scheme was started from 2000 onwards. Still, the scheme is functioning well, and most of the entrepreneurs are using. And only thing is your project should be correct, and your whatever the engineering industries which I have seen, which have been referred to the bank under this particular scheme, they will sanction immediately. So like that, you have to, your existing industry should make use of this particular scheme for enhancing their technology base, and then going for new machineries under the particular schemes, where you will get the only thing is you have to one-time registration fees, and another one is the annually maintenance fees has to be borne by the entrepreneurs. Another is eligibility lending is, we have nationalized banks, and then NABARD is there, public sector banks. All these banks are all eligible now. Now it has been increased up to 200 crore, lakhs. So it's eligible for new as well as for the existing micro and small enterprises. So you can guarantee is covered. That means trust is going to guarantee for your money. That means sometimes the micro and small enterprises files to return the money from the which they borrowed from the under the credit facilities from the nationalized bank. Then the trust will finance to the bank. That means it's kind of guaranteed by the trust. Once if the MSME would not make the payment, then the trust will reimburse to the bank. That is the one another. So to help the MSMEs, this financial scheme is also supporting the industries a lot. So you have to can make use of this opportunity, and the coverage normally the not 100%, it will be always 70% of the credit facilities. Whatever they have to 50 lakhs, it is in crime. It is 75% will be covered, and up to 5 lakhs if you have borrowed, it will be 85% for micro enterprises and 80% for MSCs owned by women and on women entrepreneurs and Northeastern regions, and 50% for the if exposure is above 50 lakhs, for example, 1 crore or 1.5 crores, then 50% will be flat coverages. So tenure is up to 5 years or 6 years, depending upon the discussion. I mean, depending upon the approval by the bank. Fee guarantee, as I mentioned, there's annual fee, annual guarantee fee 1% or and 0.70% and the outstanding as on the date, last date of the financial year. So on outstanding loan, whatever is there, they will charge. And the only thing is little higher, because if the, of course, you have seen the policies, LIC policies, the whatever you expect of the at the end, large scale amount of money, you have to pay a little more premium. Here also, the entrepreneurs has to pay a little more. Of course, we have a tool rooms across India, the various tool rooms, which you can see, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Bhubaneswar, Guwahati, and all these things, tool rooms, this particular tool rooms now will enable to give a more advanced technology to MSMEs. They are working with the industries alike and supporting on various training programs, workshops, and everything. So still, it is under World Bank project. This tool room has been established, and still the more tool rooms are expected to come, and MSMEs will be get benefited from these tool rooms. And with this, I think this is whatever the schemes which are available we have mentioned here. Any doubt, anything is there, I'm ready to answer. Over to Mr. Navneet.
थैंक यू गोपीनाथ सर, आपने काफी अच्छा यहाँ पे टाइम दिया है और काफी अच्छा मार्गदर्शन किया है लोगों को, स्कीम्स के बारे में अच्छी तरह से प्रेजेंटेशन दिया है. सो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, सार्वे सर आपने हैंड रेज किया है, सो आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है सर? एक 10 मिनट का क्वेश्चन आंसर ले लेंगे हम लोग, एक
कोई बात नहीं सर,
टाइम है तो. गोपीनाथ सर,
सर
एक 10-15 मिनट्स का क्वेश्चन आंसर ले लेंगे. लोगों के कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं, तो सार्वे सर को मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, आपने हैंड रेज किया है, सो आपका जो भी क्वेश्चन है आप पूछ सकते हैं.
सर नमस्ते.
सर नमस्ते.
It was a very enlightening session, and we are very pleased to hear from your side once again. So my question is, are you able to hear me?
Sir, tell me.
My question is, you have explained so many schemes. So now, if I want to avail any of these schemes, so it is very confusing for me after going through that there are so many schemes. So which scheme is suitable for me? So how do I channelize and filter it out?
So what you are doing, sir? May I know your business?
So basically, I am a small startup, and we are going to launch a franchisee for the locomotives.
Franchisee, no, it's all it comes under service sector now.
Yeah, it comes in the service.
So now what happened? Now the service and manufacturers are viewed equally. There is no difference like that. As well that now the government has modified this, and because the investment on plant and machinery and the turnover component. So in this case of services, there is no investment much, except some equipments or something. But in case of now the schemes, some of the schemes they are going to modify according to suit the service sector also. Because for example, Z certification which I mentioned is for the manufacturing side. For example, when you, of course, in the marketing side, you can also take the benefits. Recently, the wholesaler also considered as the MSMEs, but they are limited to the prime lending, priority lending sector only. That's all. That means wherever the loan they want means they can be considered under that category. So like that, but in the service cases, though now the government is trying to change some of these schemes, which is suits for services also.
Okay, thank you.
Great. गोपीनाथ सर और एक क्वेश्चन है, 1 second. CA हिराल मेहता का क्वेश्चन है, where do we get schemes to read in detailed manner?
Sir, you can see our website dcmsme.gov.in. Okay. You can see our DCMSME website, which is very. You can see our website. It is available clearly. Or you can download the My MSME portal in the Google Play Stores. There you will get the complete work scheme.
Okay, great.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yes,
Ritesh here.
Ritesh, proceed, sir.
Yeah. Sir, I have a question. So I have seen that means most of the schemes, though you mentioned that it is for the service industry also, but I have a very particular question for you. So I have an IT company, yeah, and we are basically product-based company. So when it comes to the IT company and that too product-based company, it takes means 5-6 years to build a product, and then another 2 to 3 years to build a significant customer base. So during this period, it's mainly the founder who means try to invest from his own pocket. So my question is, if there is a traction in the organization, means if there is a good response to the product coming, and if there are some transactions going on the bank also. So what are the schemes available to support this particular area?
IT sector.
IT sector, and that too product-based company.
Yeah, of course, sir. I also practically know these difficulties because we have got a lot of proposals in IT sectors and schemes, so particularly CGTMSME schemes. Especially we have to make a proper convincing method to bankers, because we have tried. We also arranged some of the finance support for the small micro entrepreneurs who are in that IT sectors. And particularly, I would like to mention here the traditional thinking of our bankers.
Banking.
I think you can understand.
Yeah.
So that way they'll try to find out more and more the asset based or collateral based. That means if you give this collateral, then I like that. So that way thinking is going. They don't know. So for example, today, earlier when Google, all these top IT companies, they started. So they were at nothing, in the beginning time. Today they are earning like crores of money.
Correct.
And you see the Uber, Ola, or even booking platforms, any platform they take. Earlier they started nothing. They didn't have anything.
Correct.
They have put their own money and they started. Today their balance sheet is showing very great recoveries and the profit is showing very high. And this kind of the changes that has taken place over a period of time. Now they are thinking, yes, we have to provide, especially IT sector, which are finding, which I am also trying to raise this issue in RBA meeting, because SLBC meeting frequently we happen within the month. So I'm also taking part in that one. Highlight this, particularly you have to support the IT sector also, because unless you support them, they are the back. Sometimes they are the back. Today you see the development that has taken place during the pandemic situation. And you see their role was very fantastic. Across India, they played a very important role where the digital transformation, the data transformation was so high, and it was very fingertip get the informations. And today we got 100 billion, 1 crore, 100 crores we crossed the vaccination, because the IT also played an important role. Without that, it was not possible. So all this, we are now slowly, the bank is also now slowly shifting their mindset, because always the first section stays at the branch level. The branch level, the mindset always will be there, provide collateral, third party guarantee, then I'll give loan. So this type of things are happening, but we are trying to convince the RBI level meeting when they come to the
Are you
meeting.
planning to launch any specific scheme? Because I do not come across any scheme which was related to this particular demand. I understand that
No, but
banking
see, but
system is
particularly
one
I
aspect to it.
can
However,
suggest. Please go ahead, sir.
yeah. However, from the scheme point of view also government, my observation is government is providing enough thirst to drive it.
So the one thing we have seen, one in the CCTV scheme particularly, because government is giving guarantee. See, whatever the funds, suppose something happens, the government trust is going to fund them for the bankers. So we are also convincing them, and it's happening. See, it's not like that. Okay, it is completely zero. It is happening. Some loans are being granted under schemes. It is taking place, but in some area percentage is low. But I'm sure it will increase in future of time because of the growth what we are seeing in the IT sector, and slowly the bankers are also now realizing the importance, and then they will try to help them. That is a scheme that we can do it. And also enter the startup. This in the respective states, maybe startup department. We have a startup department. Yeah, they have got a lot of funding support. So in that case, that is separate department. You have to give a presentation and all these things. Then the committee will decide to sanction the fund under the particular department head. That the startup funding can be used for this IT sectors.
Yeah, startup funding. Okay.
Sounds
good, sir. Thank you.
सर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को जाने से पहले सारे उद्यमी को मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि मैंने चैट बॉक्स में फीडबैक का लिंक भेजा है, तो जितने भी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं मैं सबको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए वो फीडबैक फॉर्म में। हम लोग इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे जो भी देना चाहते हैं दिल से देते हैं। अगर यहाँ पे कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट्स आपको लगती है तो इम्प्रूवमेंट्स का वेलकम है। कुछ चीजें और अच्छी कैसे हम लोग कर पाएंगे, इसके लिए एक ही टूल है और वो है आपका फीडबैक। वो फीडबैक ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे मिलना बहुत जरूरी है। सो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को कि आप इंटेंशनली ये फीडबैक का फॉर्म फिलअप कीजिए। उसके साथ में जो वीकली बिजनेस मीटिंग होता है, ऑनलाइन बिजनेस मीटिंग होता है जूम के ऊपर, उसका भी लिंक यहाँ पे भेजा है। पैन इंडिया से लोग इस मीटिंग में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं। और इसके साथ में जो हम लोग सैटरडे को ये आज के डेट में जो प्रोग्राम बना रहे हैं इंडस्ट्रियल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम, उसका भी लिंक भेजा है। तो नेक्स्ट वीक का जो प्रोग्राम है उस प्रोग्राम का रजिस्ट्रेशन आप आज ही कर सकते हो या विद इन वीक कभी भी आपके हिसाब से कर सकते हैं। तो ये जो लिंक्स है ये कॉपी करके ले लीजिए आपके पास, तो ये लिंक आपको काम में आएगा नेक्स्ट प्रोग्राम में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए। और सोशल मीडिया पे FIIP कनेक्ट करके लिंक है, तो वहां पे भी आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर। सो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए जयकर गांगुली जी को कि जो उनका कुछ क्वेश्चंस रहेगा तो वो क्वेश्चंस यहाँ पे अनम्यूट करके पूछ सकते हैं। जयकर जी, ओवर टू यू।
Thank you, Nani. Sir, Gopinath sir, I am from Bangalore. So I have met you already 3-4 times, and I'm working in an NGO sector from the past 30 years. So one of the organization called FIIP organization from Tamil Nadu. So there it is a national organization, and from there I'm in a state president for FIIP organization. So they have started in Tamil Nadu the cluster development. So I am also looking into that start a cluster development here. Is this possible, sir? Through NGO connections, it's like how it will be possible, sir?
Please, you are looking at the clusters in the other states?
No, in Karnataka. Already we have in Tamil Nadu. Already Tamil Nadu almost 22 cities they had started. It is going on very well. No problem. There is these cluster development working is going on. work is going on. Based on that, is it possible in?
Say in Karnataka, we have Karnataka Council for Technology Upgradation. That is KC2, implementing agency, state government authorized body. And we are working closely with that. So all the proposals will be routed through that. And it will be state level clearing committee will be there. MSME is also one of the members for that under the principal secretary. And it will be cleared accordingly, state level clearing committee based on the report and as well as the reply from the customer. And technically they have to qualify for this accordingly to be done. So like that only from there it will be from here state level clearing committee it will forward to the DCMSME for the technical clearing committee and final clearing committee from the same DCMSME. Even for Tamil Nadu also same thing. It's not across India, it is same. In Tamil Nadu, whatever, there is one separate body, I think the same similar to state government here. There also, they are taking all the proposals, including industrial development scheme and also for the cluster development CFC scheme. So both they are taking under their banner, but it is under the state government of Tamil Nadu. Here also same. KC2 is also under state government. Because all this funding, all these funds, it will be routed through state government body only, not to the private. From there, it will go to the implementing agencies. That is cluster, respective cluster SPV account. It will go. We will not give directly to the SPV account. It will be routed through the state government because the state government should know it. What's happening in their state? Something goes wrong means they will say we don't know anything. So it should not happen. So they should also know it.
सर एक्चुअली उनका सवाल इसके साथ में और एक सवाल था कि सेम टाइम पे दो स्टेट में वो एट ए टाइम क्लस्टर डेवलपमेंट का प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट कर सकते हैं क्या?
दो स्टेट में? हाँ,
तो अभी उन्होंने तमिलनाडु में किया है।
हाँ,
अभी वो चाहते हैं कि कर्नाटका में करें।
हो सकता है, कर सकते हैं। यस, व्हाट इज द क्लस्टर?
यस यस, ग्रेट। हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं विजय जी चंदन सर जो बॉम्बे से हैं। So, roll to Vijay sir, आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है?
हाँ, गुड इवनिंग राव सर। आपका वैल्यूएबल टाइम दिया सर आज। सर ये बेसिकली हम लोग, मैं खुद एक SME हूँ, टेलीकॉम में हम लोग काम करते हैं। आपने जो बताया कि रीएम्बर्समेंट ऑफ द ट्रेड फेयर एंड एग्जीबिशन, तो हमको ये जानना था कि MSME कौन से एग्जीबिशन में पार्ट लेती है और उसके अंदर हम लोग कैसे पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं एज MSME सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स और द मैन्युफैक्चरर्स, उसको हाउ वी कैन गेट द इंफॉर्मेशन सर?
Sir, now right now, see, after 1.5 years, something 1.5 years now, government, DCMA says, of course, this India International Trade Fair is being started from November 15th. I think you are aware of that, Pragati Maidan.
Okay.
Now you can participate in that one. You will get the subsidized rate of stall for 22,000 rupees for general category, whereas women and SC/ST category is a free of stall, free stall. You can participate in that.
So that means we has to pay 22,000 for the stall.
Yes,
but
it is under subsidized rate, sir. Because if you take 6 square meters or a 9 square meter area of stall at the rate of 5,000 rupees or 6,000 rupees rate, it will come around 60 to 70,000 rupees. That is normally in Delhi, it is like that. Where we are giving the subsidized rate is 80% subsidy we are going to give for general category, and only 20% you have to bear.
But this is done by the Indian industries, MSME, or it is a private exhibition, sir?
IETF. It is regularly every year being organized by the Indian industries. That is when we have to promote. Under MSME, we have got a separate pavilion. MSME pavilion is there. So under that category, all MSMEs will be accommodated.
Okay, so that you said we can pay 22,000 and we get a stall under the MSME pavilion.
That is, there is a hall number 4 or 7, I think, that is in Pragati Maidan. There is a hall number 4 that is exclusively for MSMEs, because last 3, 4, 5 years back also we did the same thing, where we collect the entrepreneurs request and we prioritize based on the areas of operations. So, for example, Karnataka we have, Tamil Nadu, all the states you have to represent. So,
and what about other expenditure for to and fro and the stall
no, already
material?
already been subsidized, because there are two issues. One is if you use PMS scheme, where stall rent will be subsidized at 80%, and we'll give around 30,000 rupees for logistic expenditure if you use PMS scheme. Now, DCMSM has decided, let it be 15 days program. It is a 15 days program, nearly 2 weeks program. Here, they have procured that entire area. I mean, they have taken on iron basis the entire block, where they are going to keep these stalls at a subsidized rate already. That is already subsidized. There is no extra funding being supported from our scheme.
So that means that stall will be remain for 15 days at the same place.
Yes.
Okay. Can I have one more question if you have time, sir?
Yeah, please.
Basically, we are also working for one of the organizations where we are trying to get the online or offline small trade fair for the small entrepreneur. So we think that if MSME sponsor that thing, is it possible for you to sponsor the stall and that advertisements or marketing materials through MSME?
Is it a private organization they are doing?
No, it is one of the NGO, sir. It is the NGO.
They are organizing the program.
Yeah, for the in benefit of the farmers or the food industries.
Okay, that means they are installing the stalls, and they are giving the stalls to the entrepreneurs.
Yes, who are the small farmer or who was from the food industries, like the ready-made packet foods, or they supply to the various industries which they want to start at the like food industries. Like we can have a small say a small biscuits manufacturing. They want to compete with the Parle, but it is not possible. But locally, they want to start at a small biscuits factory or a small like say milk product. So they want to start it. They have some plans. So, but before that, they want to present their product in the market, and they want to show that we are manufacturing this. But there is no platform. Such type of platforms are there. So we think to get the around 50 to 100 that small manufacturer, which will be the other freelancer or some of the registered under the MSME, we can get together on that, not on the Mumbai, not on the metro cities, but on the remote, where over 70% people are staying on the villages. So like we have the Kolhapur, Nanded, Satara, that is a very remote area, but the people who have started, they have some limited funds only, and they are not able to come on this platform and display their product.
See, you can have a digital platform, e-platform, where you can bring them on their platforms and then assist for the marketing of their products. That's the one. Second one is, if they are starting any trade fair exclusively for those people to participate physically, offline, then we have to write our DCMSME to give a financial, benefits under the scheme for those who participate in that particular scheme. Stall in trade fair. So,
but sir, online trade fair is not actually. I have seen we have taken part in the SIDM for the defense and so many things. We stay for a full day. Hardly we are getting the visitor of 5, 10 people or 15 people. But when offline, we will get the 100 or 200 people on a day. So that is we are facing one small problem. So if you can guide us to how to go ahead, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, what Mr. Devakar, I think now if they can share my email to them and let him send the complete proposal. I'll just go through that. I will try to help them. Okay,
Sure,
what
sure.
possible way under the.
From Pune or you're from Mumbai?
Yes, sir.
You're from Pune or you're from Mumbai, sir?
I am in Bangalore.
Oh, okay. You're in Bangalore. Great, great, sir. Thanks for a valuable time, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं प्रसाद सालवे सर। प्रसाद सालवे आपने हैंड रेज किया है, तो आपके पास कोई क्वेश्चन है?
Yes, sir. I have another question. This is basically with reference to your presentation, in which submitted by the entrepreneur. So, the
Sir, voice is not
Sir,
clear.
your voice is not clear, sir.
is it clear? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes,
आवाज आ रही है सर?
yes, अभी आ रहा है, सर, बोलिए।
ओके, तो आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में आपने एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट की जो बात की थी, वहां पे आपने इंक्यूबेशन
No,
सेंटर्स के बारे
no, your sound is not clear, sir. Can you
Type in
type
chat
your
box.
question in the chat box?
में ओके,
Sir, there is one question I have seen. That can banks confirm that all the credit facilities sanctioned to borrowers only on the basis of civil, not it is not civil records, it's a civil. It should be civil. Okay, but Mr. Prabhakar has not civil, it is a civil score.
Civil records.
Yeah, okay. Credit Bureau of Credit Information Bureau. Actually, no, any
Sir,
bank.
can I quickly ask one question?
Yeah, please, sir. Yes, please.
Yes, Heritage ji.
Can
Yes,
I ask
proceed.
you, sir, do you have any scheme? Right now, all the schemes are immediately. Can you hear? Yeah, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Sir.
Yeah. So currently, all the schemes are you have to borrow the money and you have to start repaying them from next month. So do you have any scheme when during the education loan, till the time you are getting your education, you need not to repay the amount? So is there any scheme wherein you get a grace period or a moratorium period of year or 2 or 3, and
No.
then you start paying the?
You are asking for education line, I think. No, education is not related. Of course, there is a scheme. No, I think bankers always nowadays education loan they are also giving. You can approach the MSMEs. No, we not connected to that.
Okay. Great. हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं सीबी कात्रावत सर। सीबी कात्रावत सर, आपने हैंड रेज किया था। Are you there? You have any question?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Proceed.
Sir. Actually, I have a question. Say, one of my colleague, he was asking about franchisee model. So franchisee model means actually we are into providing a franchisee to the entrepreneurs in the market. So it is basically a service sector for two-wheeler or three-wheeler customers. Okay. So we are getting into a franchisee offering model where multi-brand two-wheelers and three-wheelers will be serviced in the market. So does that franchisee get any benefits or support through this MSME?
Sir,
गोपीनाथ सर, मैं इसको ऐड ऑन करूंगा ये क्वेश्चन को। अभी ये सीबीके सर ने जो क्वेश्चन पूछा है उसमें मेरा एक एडिशन है कि अभी ये फ्रेंचाइजी मॉडल दे रहे हैं सर्विस सेंटर का, तो मतलब इसको हम लोग क्लस्टर में कंसीडर कर सकते हैं क्या? सर का सवाल और मेरा एड ऑन सवाल।
see, cluster basically we have one is it should be registered with MSME. It should have registered.
Yes.
Okay.
Either manufacturing or service providers. Here, if you put the word franchisee, means it will not reflect. So as per the guidelines, it should be either manufacturing or service. So franchisees is kind of things which you borrowed from the already existing. You are taking the franchisee mode from the already which has been existed. But that we have considered original. They are OEM, just like OEM. Right? From there, you are taking the portion and then you are doing the same business as per their condition, terms and conditions. Here, the service and the manufacturing and the registered with MSME only will be considered under the guideline clusters.
Oh, great.
So, sorry, just to interrupt. That means, suppose if I am a OEM who provide a franchisee model, and there is a entrepreneur who runs that franchisee model, if he gets registered into MSME, so he will get support, right, sir?
Yeah, it is. Let them support under service provider.
Okay.
Because
Right.
there is a clear-cut guidelines we are given,
Right.
and under the NIC code where it falls, in which category it falls under the NIC code.
Based on his
Accordingly,
business
can
size.
register that.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
I have the same question. One part is there. Like we are the manufacturer, and we want to develop a small MSME group on the various part of the city or the state. Can we register a small group of entire all that 6 or 7 company under MSME? Is it possible?
Sir, now Udyam registration has made very simple. Under one registration number, you can be one business model or multiple of business model in the same name, or sorry, in the one particular number, one Aadhaar number, or one PAN number. You can have multiple business activity. No more the different numbers will not be now issued, because put one Udyam Aadhaar number, Udyam registration number. It will completely give us the wherever, either in Mumbai or Pune or Kolhapur, wherever it is located, they all should be added in the same list. So once you put that number, your entire locations where business operations are operating in various locations are immediately gets reflected, just like a PAN card.
No. My question is that if I am sitting in Mumbai, I am manufacturing some product, and we want to give a service contract to various immediately graduated people on the villages.
The contract manufacturing.
Yeah, contract manufacturing or a contract service center. So is it possible that they are not SME, but we have to help them to grow? So what my idea is that we are producing some manufacturing product for the army, but we are not able to going nearby that depots, like Aurangabad is there, Nasik is there, again the Bangalore is there. So we want to try to caretaker of that person who need to be an entrepreneur, or they want to start a manufacturing of that local area. And as per the government, you also know they require a local support for some products, because from Aurangabad, people buy from Mumbai, and to provide the service in Aurangabad, it takes 24 to 48 hours. But if I say, yeah, I have my contract people in Aurangabad only, you will get service within 3 hours or 4 hours. It will be the benefited to me, as well as the who are doing the contract manufacturing or contract servicing for me. But that company is not registered under the MSME. Can we identify that company?
It should be registered with MSME. That means
under your their name only under the MSME, but group of company can be registered. Like we are providing the contract for the services to this company, and if there is any lapse or any support required, but we want to register that with the MSME, then we get some benefit from the MSME to develop that.
Under that, no, it is a separate unit. See, for business purpose, you may have the internal relations agreement with you, like a franchise or something. You can have internally, but that can be considered as a separate entity.
Yes.
Under MSME definition, it is separate entity. It is where business you made an agreement with them. That's all.
Okay, but if they will get some benefit from MSME if they register.
That is
Like
the separate entity. That is separate entity. You see, for
manufacturer.
example, there are so many, for example, consulting services. Suppose if you are manufacturing some product in a particular place, say Bombay, and you want to get the benefit for your people there who are there in Aurangabad, there is that is separate unit. But
Right.
you under business contract, you have the link with each other. That you can, that is internal your this thing. But as a government, we can see there is separate entity so long as it is doesn't, I mean, comes under your PAN card or a Aadhaar card.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
गोपीनाथ सर, एक टेक्स्टबुक के ऊपर सवाल है कि जब उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन हम लोग करते हैं तो उस टाइम पे आधार कार्ड डालना पड़ता है। अभी कोई प्रोप्राइटरी है तो उसका आधार कार्ड उसके साथ में लिंक हो जाएगा, बराबर है। लेकिन अगर कोई कंपनी रजिस्टर होता है, उसका प्रोप्राइटरी भी है और कंपनी भी रजिस्टर हो रहा है, दूसरा बिजनेस उसने रजिस्टर किया है, तो उस केस में भी वो इंडिविजुअल डायरेक्टर का आधार नंबर वहां पे जाता है। तो उस केस में वो दो अलग अलग आधार, उद्यम आधार रजिस्ट्रेशन हो जाएगा, तो वो दो आधार नंबर इंडिपेंडेंटली अलग अलग बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं या नहीं ले सकते?
See, number one question, proprietary case. You have an Aadhaar number, PAN card, and it will be done under the MSME registration. Another is company, private limited company. For example, there are 3 directors.
Yes.
One of the director has having his own private proprietorship company, which is a different product or different entity.
Yes.
But in private limited, he is also one of the director.
Yes.
Where your PAN cards details will be taken care by the income tax in both the cases. Then you will not be allowed to register at that category. There is a technical issue because we have seen this one. Either he has to, I mean, separate company PAN card that has to be used. For example, private limited company. This is a separate company PAN card is there. Okay. Another here proprietary, they have got their own PAN card of the proprietors.
Yes, yes, yes.
This director who is there in both the cases, there is a technical issue. It's not possible to register. Which we have already noticed this. We have already requested our headquarters to clarify on this issue. Because either he cannot able to register, but he can run on the proprietor side. But in private limited company, it's not possible. There is a technical issues there. We are trying to solve this. We are linked with that. We are asking whether VC will submit for clarification.
ओके ओके। लेकिन आज के डेट में प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनी का जब हम लोग उद्यम रजिस्ट्रेशन करते हैं तो उस टाइम पे आधार कार्ड डालना तो कंपलसरी होता है। रजिस्ट्रेशन भी होता है वो डालने के बाद।
यस यस, कंपलसरी।
हाँ बराबर।
ऑथराइज्ड सिग्नेटरी।
हाँ, ऑथराइज्ड जो भी डायरेक्टर रहेगा
उनके डालना है।
हाँ, तो अभी इस सिनेरियो में सॉल्यूशन क्या है? क्योंकि वो तो डिफरेंटली एंटिटी है, अलग अलग प्रोडक्ट के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं, अलग अलग सर्विसेज के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो लिंक हो रहा है एक ही आधार के ऊपर।
यस,
एक ही आधार के ऊपर।
this is that's what is the problem here. We are trying to solve this particular problem. You already noted this, and just on Friday, I mean the Thursday, we had a discussion, and we have aligned our headquarters. We have highlighted this problem, and based on that, they are going to working out on that, how to solve this problem.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir. विजय चंदन सर, आपने वापस से हैंड रेज किया, प्रसाद सर आपने हैंड रेज किया है। सर क्या 5 मिनट ले सकते हैं? कुछ सवाल है? यस प्रसाद सर।
यस सर, नवना सर, ये सवाल आपके लिए भी है और गोपीनाथ जी के लिए भी है। ये सेशन जो है इतना अच्छा चल रहा है कि ये खत्म ही नहीं होना चाहिए, ऐसा हमें लग रहा है। तो मेरा एक छोटा सा रिक्वेस्ट है कि एक थोड़ा और एक्सटेंड करके ये सेशन अगर रखेंगे, थोड़ा टाइम बढ़ा करके, या थोड़ा हाफ डे का सेशन भी, क्योंकि इतने सारे लोगों के सवाल है, तो बहुत सारे क्वेरीज है, अभी इतने ज्यादा हम सवाल भी नहीं पूछ सकते आपको। तो एक छोटा सा सुझाव है कि एक हाफ डे का सेशन अगर आप ऐसा ही रखते तो बेटर रहेगा, तो सारी स्कीम जो है वो डिटेल में समझ में भी आ जाएगी। दिस वाज वन थिंग। नंबर 2, इंक्यूबेशन सेंटर्स के बारे में आपने अभी बताया, तो इन दैट वे हाउ वी कैन गेट एनरोल ourselves with an incubation center, so we can get a mentoring guidance as well as the guidance from the industry expert for a new startup? Can you please explain on this?
Sir, incubation, if you want to register, we have got online registration process. Okay, that you have to register. Once incubation, normally all our technical education institutions are to be required. At least all are to be registered. Once it is registered on online, and from there, from headquarters, GCM SME will get a instruction that to inspect that entire colleges, premises, facilities, whatever you mentioned on the online. With the document we appointed, and we'll forward to with recommendation to our headquarters Delhi. So based on that one only, the committee will decide the sanctioning of the funding assistance under the schemes to the particular colleges. That is a one. The second question you mentioned, sir, what is this?
It was about to extend this session for another 2-3 hours so that we can have a detailed discussion, because a lot of questions are still there in our mind.
I think Mr. Navnath can answer.
Or is there any mentoring session from the regional offices from your side? Do they conduct such programs?
सर, ये प्रसाद सर का भी जो सवाल है ना, इसके लिए मैं सबसे पहले सर बोलूंगा कि हमारा टाइम लिमिट 7 बजे तक था, तो हम लोग अभी तक पहुंचे हैं 7 बजे ऑलरेडी, और एक 5 मिनट लेंगे हम लोग डेफिनेटली। लेकिन गोपीनाथ सर, मैं आपके से एक बात करना चाहूंगा कि जैसे आज हम लोग एसएमईज का स्कीम्स के बारे में आज हम लोगों ने समझ के लिया यहाँ पे, और आपने काफी अच्छी तरह से गाइड किया, लोगों ने भी इंटरेस्टिंगली सुना। फेसबुक के ऊपर बहुत सारे उद्यमी लाइव पे थे, डायरेक्टली जूम पे भी आज ऑलमोस्ट 50 पीपल्स सुन रहे थे आपको। सो लोगों का एक इंटरेस्टिंग सब्जेक्ट है, और ये जरूरत भी है लोगों की, इंडस्ट्रियल पीपल्स की। तो क्या हम लोग ऐसा कोई सीरीज चालू कर सकते हैं ऑनलाइन वेबिनार कि जो साल भर के 52 वीक्स हम लोगों को ये एसएमईज के ऊपर कोई नॉलेज शेयर कर पाए, जो अलग अलग ऑफिसर्स जो एमएसएमई के हैं वो ये प्लेटफॉर्म पे आ जाए। FIIP इज द रेडी फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइज, और लोगों को ये नॉलेज शेयर करे, जो अलग अलग एरिया है एमएसएमईज का जो सपोर्ट है, उसमें स्कीम्स है, उसके साथ में अलग अलग ट्रेनिंग सेशंस है। तो इसमें कुछ हम लोग कर सकते हैं कि लोगों को डायरेक्टली हम लोग बेनिफिट दे सके इस तरह से?
हो सकता है, क्योंकि ना सी द गवर्नमेंट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल the schemes are clearly available on the website, because government says it is clearly visible. Whenever we go to the field office or to visit the headquarters details, everything is on same. So it is possible, anything if you want specifically for this particular scheme wise. For example, for your information, on 28th there is a public equipment policy session on public equipment policy with HL, so which I am handling.
Okay.
On HL, and the next day BHU, same topic. So individual policy schemes are being discussed based on the request from the various organizations. Here also, from your side, what particular specific schemes if you want to ask or anything, that particular scheme can be taken individually.
Yes.
Also, before that, you can go through our website also, where all the schemes are. Okay, but to know all those things, a lot of things are required. That is, time is required. Here we are trying to help you and disseminate whatever possible component with a necessary information, so that you can see just information, listen, then and you can go to immediately website and then see what is the output. So this online always will have 2 to 3 hours will be maximum, where you can participants will be have enough patience to listen. So over a period of time, oh यार तो बहुत कहानी हो गया, कहानी बता रहे वो सब मिलता है वेबसाइट पे, they will start. So I have seen now after 1.5 years, now last month we organized one program on 28th of this October, that is on occupational safety, health and issue.
Great.
There about 100 people were participating offline in this, that Kasia organized. where we invited the German speakers. It was a very wonderful program. We did it. Again,
great.
29th, we are organizing one more program on the MSME financial assistance,
Okay.
exclusively from the Punjab National Bank. That is
Okay.
also offline with MSME. It is in our FSME. Almost all 120 SMEs are already registered.
Oh, great.
So
क्या हम लोग सर इसको ऑनलाइन भी ब्रॉडकास्ट कर सकते हैं?
I am trying because
Is it
whatever resources
provision?
whatever resources available with me, I have to use it properly and then bring it to the SMEs. So we'll try to help you. That's not an issue. Because
क्या होगा सर, ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म का ये हेल्प होता है कि पैन इंडिया से लोग जुड़ते हैं, समझ
yes,
के
that's
लेते हैं.
advantage. Yes, that is advantage. Where you can reach the maximum people. And in different way, maybe on online Zoom they will participate, or Facebook or any other online they will normally participate.
Yeah, great.
That is the one.
चलो सर, मैं आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा कि आज आप इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे आए और आप कंटिन्यूअसली फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशनल्स के साथ जुड़े रहेंगे. टाइम टू टाइम आप इंडस्ट्रियल पीपल्स को हेल्प करते रहेंगे, जो आपका पैशन ही है ऑलरेडी, कि आप डेली बेसिस पे आपका ये रहता है कि मुझे लोगों के साथ काम करना है.
No, that is another way where you can keep yourself active and your brain keep active. Because the body and the brain should work together.
Yes, sir.
And,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
to keep them alive and active, no, you should engage. So there is three different parameters: the brain, body, and then your soul. You should be triangly, you should be balancedly, you should connect them.
बराबर है, बराबर है. मैं आपको दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ. उसके साथ में आज जितने भी उद्यमी ये प्रोग्राम में लोगों ने कंट्रीब्यूट किया है, ऑलमोस्ट सर फेसबुक के ऊपर भी ऑलमोस्ट 60-70 प्लस पार्टिसिपेंट थे. तो आज के प्रोग्राम में ऑलमोस्ट 100 प्लस लोगों ने आपका प्रोग्राम का एंजॉय किया है सर. लोगों ने इंफॉर्मेशन समझ के लिए, और वो सारे उद्यमी को मैं थैंक्स बोलूंगा. और थैंक्स के साथ में ये भी बात करूंगा कि जो इंफॉर्मेशन आपने दिया है वो इंफॉर्मेशन के ऊपर सोचे, समझे और उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करें. कोई भी गवर्नमेंट के पास से जब स्कीम मिलता है ना बिजनेस को धंधा करने को, तो इट्स अ कंप्लीटली सपोर्ट सिस्टम. इट्स अ नॉट अ बिजनेस का जो प्राइमरी पार्ट है, वो प्राइमरी पार्ट नहीं है कोई भी स्कीम्स. तो बिजनेस बनाने के लिए दिल से बिजनेस की ओर देखना चाहिए. अगर बिजनेस सक्सेसफुल करना है तो आपकी मेहनत तो करना ही पड़ेगा सर. कोई भी बिजनेस में मेहनत के सिवा, वो हार्ड वर्क हो या स्मार्ट वर्क हो, मेहनत के बिना सक्सेस नहीं मिलता है. और एमएसएमई तो हमारे साथ में है सपोर्ट करने के लिए. तो मैं सारे उद्यमी से कहना चाहूंगा कि आप काम करो. आपको सपोर्ट देने के लिए एमएसएमई है, इंडियन गवर्नमेंट है, और उसके साथ साथ में ये फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन इंडस्ट्रीज एंड प्रोफेशनल भी है. अगर आपको कोई भी चैलेंजेस आते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम्स है, तो यहाँ पे हम लोग बैठे हैं, हमारे साथ एक्सपर्ट जुड़े हुए हैं. आपको जो भी हेल्प की जरूरत लगती है, चैलेंजेस आपके सामने है, तो हमारे साथ जुड़े. मेरा मोबाइल नंबर सामने दिख रहा है, तो डायरेक्टली मेरे से बात कर सकते हैं. डेफिनेटली हम लोग आपको उस प्रॉब्लम में से बाहर निकालने के लिए कोई ना कोई हेल्प तो जरूर करेंगे. मैं एवरी टाइम बात करता हूं कि आप खुद का विकास करो. आपका खुद विकास करोगे तो इंडस्ट्री का विकास होगा. इंडस्ट्री का विकास होगा तो हमारे इकोनॉमी का विकास होगा, और ये इकोनॉमी का विकास होगा तो हमारा नेशन जो है वन स्टेज आगे जाएगा. मैं कभी भी बोलता हूं कि सबसे पहले आप नेशन के बारे में सोचो. मेरा भारत देश महान, मुझे देश के लिए पहले सोचना है, समझना है और उसके लिए काम करना है. डेफिनेटली हम लोग देश के लिए काम करेंगे तो हम लोग साथ में सब लोग एक साथ आगे बढ़ेंगे. तो इसी सोच के साथ मैं आज का दिन के लिए यहाँ पे रुकता हूं. वापस से मिलेंगे अगले सैटरडे इवनिंग को 5 बजे, और ये नेक्स्ट सेशन में हम लोग समझ के लेंगे मार्केट एक्सेस एंड कैपिटल फॉर द बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट। बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट के लिए मार्केट एक्सेस और कैपिटल का क्या भूमिका है, ये समझ के लेंगे अगले सैटरडे को इवनिंग 5 बजे। सो थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू फॉर एवरीवन। गोपीनाथ सर, स्पेशली फॉर द आपका मैं यहाँ पे धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा कि आपने आज 2 घंटे का यहाँ पे टाइम निकाल के अच्छी तरह से हम लोगों को गाइडेंस किया, और डेफिनेटली आपके गाइडेंस का हम लोगों को मदद तो जरूर होने वाला है।
थैंक यू
तो
सर,
सर
थैंक
का
यू
कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स भी
FIIP।
मेंशन करिए ना।
यस सर।
थैंक
सर का कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स, फोन नंबर और ईमेल आईडी।
सर, इफ पॉसिबल प्लीज शेयर इन द चैट बॉक्स सर।